Welcome friends! In today's video, let's make a plushie together. I'm using a fleece fabric and I'm making an axolotl. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I have the pattern for it already on my blog. I'll link it in the description box. What you want to do is download the pattern, print it out, and then you're going to cut out all of the pieces that's required. You want to use a sharp pair of scissors. That just makes cutting the fleece that much easier. So here's all that you need to be cutting. You have a front and a back. You want the stomach or the tummy. You'll also need 4 of the ear pieces, a bottom, and 4 of the arm pieces. So the first step is to attach the tummy to the front of the body. You can either use an embroidery floss and a needle and hand sew it, or use a sewing machine. I prefer the hand sewing method when I can, and I just used a simple running stitch here. Now we want to add the face, and for that I just used a pencil to kind of trace lightly where I want the eye and the nose, and then using a black embroidery floss, I embroider that into place. If you don't want to embroider and you prefer like a safety eye, you can easily use those instead as well. Next, you want to sew 2 of the arm pieces together. You want to sew around the curved edge and turn it inside out. So this is one arm. You want to do the same thing for another arm. And again, you want to similarly work with the ears as well. Take 2 of the ears, sew all around the curved edges, turn it inside out. Okay, now it's time to put the plushie together. So you want to lay down the front first, lay it with the right side up, and then what you want to do now is place all of the other items in between and kind of sandwich them. So I'm going to place one of the arms inside. You want it facing inwards, the way I'm placing it here, and next to it you're going to place one of the ears. At the same time, you're going to do the same on the other side. You're going to mirror it, put another arm down and another of the ears. You can pin these into place, and I do pin it afterwards actually before I take it to the sewing machine. You want to close the back on top and then sew around the whole curved edge. For this step, I did do the sewing machine instead of hand sewing because it was much quicker, but you can easily hand sew this, especially if you're a beginner. And then you want to gently turn the whole thing inside out. This is the best part of this project because you get to see the whole plushie come to life, and it is so cute. I love the white contrasting tummy on it, and the eyes and the ears. Everything just turned out so cute on this. So the final step now is, of course, to just stuff it. To stuff the plushie, I'm using polyfill, and the best way you can use polyfill while stuffing something like this is you want to pull it apart gently. Polyfill comes packed and compacted, so you want to use your fingers and just kind of pull it apart, add a little bit of air, and then start stuffing your toy or stuffed plushie little by little. You don't want to overstuff it. Make sure you're just kind of understuffing it if you have to as well. And then take your time and stuff it gently, making sure the stuffing has gone to all the edges and all of the corners. So once you're happy with the stuffing amount, you're going to place the bottom onto the bottom and then sew it into place. The bottom piece turned out to be a little bigger than I had expected in the pattern. You might need to trim it to be smaller. It also depends upon how much seam allowance you give and how much stuffing you add. So the bottom piece needs to be just adjusted accordingly. I also went ahead and cut a larger plushie, and this one I sewed completely on the sewing machine. It's a pink color one, and it also turned out so cute. So here's how you want to sew your plushie shut. You want to use your needle. You always have to hand sew the last bit, and then add a running stitch to one of the fabrics, pull, and then use the same needle and go across to the other fabric which you're sewing shut, and then add a running stitch again and pull. So when you do this, you alternate between one fabric to another fabric and just do that simple, just one running stitch and pull the thread tightly. You close that entire seam and get a nice even line. I totally love how cute these plushies turned out. This is a simple project, like the ears and the arms, they're all very simple elements in this. If you make a really large teddy bear, you need to have legs as well. So this is a nice beginner project. I think the pink one could have had a little more detailing. I might go back and add some more face details, but all in all, I just love how cute and huggable this project turned out. Let me know in the comments what you think, friends. I'll see you guys soon with another video. Till then, happy crafting.